welcome back to Bookish Blonde. We are going to talk today about my quarterly stats, so all my stats from January, February, March, and also check in on my goals. How are they going? So to get started, I want to say I love numbers, I love data, so this kind of stuff is interesting to me. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so I'll try to keep it kind of short. I won't go into too much detail, but just wanted to fill you in on how my reading has been going so far this year. So these numbers are going to come from January, February, and March all together. I am losing lighting, so I will try to talk fast. So let's see. Okay, how many books have I read this first quarter of the year? I have read 22 books, which I'm very proud of. I think that's pretty good. The total amount of pages I've read are 7,733. So that's how many pages I've read so far in the first 3 months of the year. I know this video is up a little bit late. I know it's, April 20th, I think, but here it is for you. Out of those 22 books, 7 were 5 stars, 7 were 4 stars, and also 7 were 3 stars. Then we had 1 2-star, 0 1 stars, and then I had 1 DNF, which was in the month of March. So I never rate a book 1 star because usually if it's going to be a 1 star, I end up DNFing it. But yeah, so those are those stats. In January, my average rating for that month was 4.3, so that was a pretty solid month. February was an average rating of 3.5, so we were lower there. And then in March, we got pulled back up to a 4.1. So what this kind of tells me is that I know my reading taste. I've been an avid reader for, long enough to where I'm pretty good at knowing what I want to pick up, knowing that I'll enjoy it. Obviously recommendations from the booktube community and also my friends and family. So I'm pretty good at knowing what I want to pick up and what I'll like. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. For the first quarter, I have read 9 mystery thrillers, 4 romance, 3 fantasy/magic realism, 2 historical fiction, 1 contemporary fiction, and 2 general fiction. So those are those stats, which I thought were pretty interesting. Okay, let's go into my goals check-in. So I didn't really make this an official goal, I don't think, but starting this YouTube channel was important to me to try to get 2 videos up a week. My goal was for posting on Wednesdays and posting on Saturdays. Now, there has been 1 week so far. I only did 1 video, just could not keep up with my real life and my job and my kids, and it just wasn't happening. So we had one week where I only got 1 up, and then I think 2 weeks where instead of Saturday, it was uploaded Sunday. So moving forward, I thought, I'm going to try to film 1 on Wednesday, get that up to you guys. And then also 1 video on the weekends to start. Now, you might see that increase June and July because I don't work. I work at a school, so I have those 2 months off. So I may be able to get out more content, so we shall see. But I think 2 is a great average, and I'm proud of myself that I've been able to stick with it. I'm having so much fun, filming content and getting it to you guys. So that's really exciting. So that was an official reading goal, but it definitely obviously coincides with the reading. Okay, let's see. So my 4 reading goals this year, for 2024, 100 books on Goodreads. So I'm 3 behind if we're looking at that because I'm at 22. I should be at 25 if I want to stick to that 100 book goal. I'm not worried about it. I get more reading done in the summer. Obvious reasons, I'm not working, I have more time, right? So I think I'll get to the 100. I mean, typically I've been anywhere from maybe 88, 92, somewhere in there. So it will be pushing myself a little bit, but I'm pretty confident that I can get that goal met by the end of the year. Let's see. Make progress on my owned series. Well, it's not going great. The series I was focusing on were Harry Potter. I have 2 left in those series. I have not picked up a Harry Potter. I wanted to read all 3 that are out of Crescent City. Have not touched those. I have 2 left in the Beartown trilogy, and I have not read either of those. Inheritance Games, I have 2 more. Have not picked those up. Okay, so I have 3 left to read in the Ellery Hathaway series. That is a police procedural detective series by Joanna Schaefhausen. And then I had 3 left in the Annalisa Vega, which is another series that the same author writes. So far, I have read 1. I read book 2 in the Annalisa Vega. I did love it. It was great. It was called Long Gone. You guys heard my review earlier in the year. So yeah, I mean, my goal was to read, if I finish this goal, be 15 books, and I have read 1. So I am behind on that, but it's okay. We will see what happens. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up. I just need to focus a little bit more on picking those up, like something from my series each month, and I'll get caught up. Half of the number of book of the month books that I own on my shelves is my goal for the year. Now, I did pause my subscription, haven't really been missing it, so I canceled it. Most likely I'll end up becoming a book of the month member again at some point. I just need a little break. I was feeling overwhelmed. And the last few months, like I said in a previous video, I feel like I'm more excited about the add-ons than the actual choices. So I decided to give myself a break and let me catch up. So I forget how many I have owned on my shelf. Let me see. Okay, so I have 32 owned book of the month books. So, which means I should have read 8 by now, and I have not. I have read 1, 2, 3. I've read 4, so not too bad. Half of what I should have read. So I'm at 4 of 8 to keep up with that quarterly pace. So obviously I'm behind in that. So that's not looking good, guys, but it is what it is. And then the last goal that was bookish related that I had was to read a book a month minimum on my Kindle. So 12 Kindle books for the year. There's so many on my Kindle. Maybe I'll make a video on that one day that I have that sound good. Obviously I put them on my Kindle in the first place, right? But 1 a month. I tend not to read on my Kindle. I try to read it at night before I go to bed, but I'm always so tired I don't get very far. I throw it in my purse when I'm going to run around with the kids and sports and everything, but I find I just don't really have time to pick up my Kindle. Now, when I go on vacation, I bring that. It's a lifesaver, right? An airplane, you finish a book on the way, have another book on the way home. It's easy to pack. So I love the idea of the Kindle. I love being able to read at night with the lights off in case my husband wants to go to sleep. Yes, so I've only read 2 this month. I read 1 in January, 1 in February, but March's did not get finished. I did complete it this month in April, which you'll hear in my wrap up, but officially I'm a book behind. Now I'm ready to start another one. Hopefully I can get through another one this month, but most likely that'll carry over as well. So I'm behind 1 book on my Kindle. So there you go. Those are my 4 simple reading goals that I have. Not doing too bad, but it's good. I like doing this video. I like to look at all my stats to make sure that I keep myself accountable. Again, these reading goals I make to be fun, to help guide my reading, all the challenges I do for the year. I don't take them seriously. My Goodreads is probably the one I take most seriously because I really want to try to read 100 books this year. And I really want to upload 2 videos a week for you guys. That's also important to me. But other than those 2, really, like, it's just fun. We'll see what happens. It's a fun way to set up my journal, to guide my reading through the year. But yeah, so I'm not doing horrible. My reading stats I'm happy with them. I feel pretty good about how this year has started off so far, especially in the combination of making sure I have time to film, to edit. I'm all new to this. So overall, I'm proud of myself and I think I'm doing a good job. So that's all I have today. I'm going to enter right here. After I say goodbye, I'm going to put a few pictures of what my pages of my journal look like for the months of February and March, because I don't think I shared that with you guys. So enjoy those, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Happy reading.